the key, so this shit not.
Hey y'all, hey, and we're back another episode of Facts. So welcome, it's episode 12, season 2. We still going strong. So how are y'all feeling today?
I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Feeling great, feeling good. How are you?
Hey, we're blessed. We're here. We made it another week.
Yes.
It'd be better than that.
Yes. Amen.
Amen. So we'll go ahead and kick this good old Women's History Month off.
Yes, it's the last week of Women's History Month.
Yes.
I just wanted to share some little known facts about Women's History Month. This became a national celebration in 1981 when Congress passed Public Law 9728, which authorized and requested the president to proclaim the week beginning March 7, 1982, as Women's History Week. Throughout the next 5 years, Congress continued to pass joint resolutions designating a week as in March as Women's History Week. In 1987, after being petitioned by the National Women's History Project, Congress passed Public Law 100-9, which designated the month of March 1987 as Women's History Month. Between 1988 and 1994, Congress passed additional resolutions requesting and authorizing the president to proclaim March of each year as Women's History Month. Women's History Month has only been around for the last 28 years.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's the things that you take for granted that you didn't know. So think about it, y'all. This law, Women's History Month became a thing during our lifetime. That wasn't always there, which I can believe. I can definitely believe it. But
I'm older than Women's History Month.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
it's a little scary. I'm not going to tell my age again, but whoa.
At all. This is like my child keeps telling me, well, you were born in the 1900s. I was like, don't even say that to me. You know what I'm saying? I should punish you.
Were.
I know, but it's something about when she said,
don't do that. My son has been disrespectful. He asked me if I was a slave.
Dang.
I was a slave in the 1980s.
Oh, God.
The audacity of these children, I tell you.
Not a slave. Oh,
God. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? We're women who are here and we are modern women. You know what? So everybody pick a drink because kids is real disrespectful. But it's all right. We still gonna keep taking care of them. Maybe. Yep. Your bottoms up. That's wild. Because you a slave. What?
That is real wild. But you know, it is what it is. They'll realize it as they get older. And they learn more about, their history, period, and women history. But they don't have like a Men's History Month or week, do they?
That's all year round.
And I'm thinking that's probably why, because they're always trying.
They do always trump us in like the work field, money, sports. So I guess that is an all year round type thing.
Yeah.
I hope we're not sounding like we're man bashing, because we definitely love.
Oh no, I love men.
I love men as well, and I love women. Won't talk about that, but I mean, I definitely love a man.
I definitely do. Definitely.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. I was just about to say it, but we're gonna go ahead and
cozying up to him at night.
Oh God, not the pillow.
Well, let's talk about somebody who won't be cozying up tonight.
And who was that?
Y'all, we're trying to get into it. We're gonna talk about somebody who won't be cozying up tonight. But did you guys hear about the shooting that happened earlier this week for in Tennessee with the shooter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
so
school,
it's
right?
totally a tragedy because children were killed, adults were killed as well. But anytime like
Mhm.
children lose their lives at school, for me, it's just like the worst, you know.
Yeah,
I
And so
never want to get that call.
the
ever.
shooter actually lost their life as well, you know, 14
Yeah,
minutes after the shooting occurred.
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it was some stuff going on down in Tennessee. Pray for those
yeah,
people.
Yeah, I feel
definitely.
like every time there's a shooter and they end up losing their lives, I feel like that was they got the easy way out. I
Yeah,
mean, because
Hmm.
yeah, it's a form of justice, but it's not really a form of justice for the family that have lost their kids, that have lost their loved ones in the process of everything. Like, I just don't get it. And I'm still perplexed as to why. If you want to go shoot something, go shoot yourself. Don't bother the kids. They are at school trying to
exactly.
learn. They're trying to have fun with their friends. They're just I don't want to say they're just there, but they're there. Like, school is like their job,
They're
so don't
innocent.
go, right, they're innocent. Don't go to their job bothering them.
Hmm. There's a whole list of registered sex offenders out here. I'm
Listen,
not saying that I'm going to do this, but you feel the need to go pew pew.
yeah, some
You can
people.
always look on that list that tells you their address.
You know what gets me throughout all this is that after everything like this, it just makes me think of randomly of George Zimmerman, right? And I'm like, this man be walking around here like he ain't done nothing. He hanging, he partying. He might even get so cocky and confident that he might get like OJ one day and decide, I'm gonna write a book and I'm gonna do like if I would have went to jail, something like OJ had to if I did do it or
Hmm.
whatever. But it's something. This is crazy. But the way that this is sounding, because they're finding out more and more about this individual, I'm pretty sure that by the time this recording comes out, that there will be so much more we will find out about this person. So, we'll go ahead and keep you guys updated. And again,
Yeah, there are
RIP
some
to
strange
kids.
facts
Yeah,
along with that story. And
Yes.
like you said, as the days come, there will be more information
At first,
disclosed.
they thought it was a teen, and then they found out that they were 28.
They were
yeah.
28 and the
Hmm.
name still hasn't been released. And I don't I'm again, the facts will be out later on this
There we
week.
go. Yep,
Right. They will
that
be
was a
out
nice
later
political
on,
Hmm.
but
answer. I like that.
I mean, we can at least say it was a woman, allegedly.
Oh,
Allegedly. But
Allegedly.
heavy.
from what I read, it was just the shooter. I didn't get a gender
Yeah.
specification on the shooter. And I think that's some of the facts that are actually going to come out later on this week
Yeah,
about the shooter.
man. Oh, yes.
Allegedly, the gender of the shooter is up in the air.
As I said, by the time of the airing of this recording, there will be new information, and we will. Oh gosh, we'll touch on this again next week.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
definitely revisit to update because this is very interesting. And
It
um such
is.
shooter was a prior student. So again, I don't know what it is when with this prior student thing and now you're coming back.
Yeah,
It's
and
been so
especially
many
because
years since graduation. For me,
Hmm.
it's just like
exactly.
I'm not sure, but again, can't wait to see what else is gonna be said about the story because it's
Right,
really heartbreaking to
it
the
really
families
is.
of the children.
It,
Hmm.
But because they
that's
didn't
what's
have anything to do with whatever this person is mad about.
Hmm.
Thank you.
exactly,
And again, this
exactly.
person has some other complications and issues
There we
and
go.
things they're dealing with on the inside. So that's why I said as days come on, we will probably know a lot more about the real reasons behind his or her actions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whew.
Now that's wild. But see,
It
what's
is.
even wilder than that, see, that's at school. Okay, see,
Yeah.
stuff can happen anywhere. You could be in a
Okay.
grocery store, you could be at school, but now when you in Bible study,
Listen.
and you're
Mm.
reading Matthew's 11, and you're sitting there and you're
Well,
flipping the
okay.
scriptures, and you're
Yes,
reading the
Pastor.
good word, and all of a sudden, your husband comes out, and it hits you with the knife up in the. That don't sound like a real story, does it? But no, it's actually a real deal story in Minnesota,
Mm.
and a young lady was killed by her husband.
In the church?
Y'all hear about this?
Nah, I ain't hear
Yeah.
about this one.
This
In
was
the
in
Not
the
church
church.
during Bible study. Come
This was
on.
in the church.
It's
This is in
Bible
the church.
study. It's Bible study.
And allegedly, this guy has had prior background where he has a lot of assault on his background. So like I don't know if they knew he was going to do this that day or like whatever, but like there were people around, people did see.
Yeah. I mean, feel like this. I
So
saw the Joe
we are
mugshot.
walking amongst some real weird people within our world that we live in.
It's
Okay.
monsters out there.
It is, and they're at Bible study with you, okay?
Exactly.
And they
And
sitting
that
there
was her
reading the good
name.
word with you. So like right now, my ops could be anybody. Like it's not even those girls from high school. It's like the people at Bible study.
Exactly. But imagine he rolled with you. Like that was your husband.
Girl, and they
Like
had 5
hell.
kids.
Oh my God.
that's
Yeah. So to me, it's just like, what are the kids gonna do?
Exactly.
mm-hmm.
And they didn't care anything about that. Like they
Yeah, but
cared.
he's locked up now, you know.
Nah, I
Yeah.
bet.
And I
Yeah.
mean, he was already like fighting some cases. He was on probation. So we're just gonna wait and see. You know, I'm gonna keep my eye on that story too, because like that was like when I was reading about that, I'm like, oh my Jesus Christ.
Right.
Makes me don't even want to go to Bible study on Wednesdays no more because I'm just not
Listen.
sure anymore.
I mean,
At
you
all.
don't feel safe nowhere. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
heard about the lady
But at
that
least he's locked up. But you know who ain't locked up?
Not
Trump.
locked up.
My boy DT.
he
My
though.
boy DT is still running around.
Oh, Donny boy.
Now he ain't going nowhere, and I knew it. I thought he was gonna send us another check our way, but he ain't do it. I thought he said he had that hush money for them peoples, but no, really, he's still in some deep trouble. You know, they are definitely on his behind.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
they
what's
definitely,
taking so
he's not
long?
in jail.
I think
First
it's
of
probably
all, a lot of
between.
people dragging their feet because they support him.
Yeah.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his money is tied up in some things as well. Again, they speak
But
a
they,
lot about the hush money. They keep
yeah.
using it, they keep using it as a joke, but it's not a joke because
Yeah.
the man is walking around scot free. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously it's not a joke. And if he sent me some money, I probably would hush up too. We probably would skip over DT's sections.
We would. We
So
definitely would. We definitely would. Because I mean, I definitely want to talk about it. And I think he's feeling like, hey, black people, never forget, I let some of your favorite rappers come out here. All right.
he did.
Kodak been supposed to
He
be in
let
here.
Kodak come back. So you know I
Yeah.
love him. I love him.
Yes. I'm not gonna
I
lie,
love
you
him.
made me a big Kodak fan. You made me a huge Kodak fan. I
Thank
started
you.
listening to him like real heavy last year. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I ain't been
And I'm
listening to
pretty sure Donald Trump listens to him too, because the way that he acts, he is a super gremlin. I tell
that.
you,
Oh,
he
That's
really
actually
is.
my favorite songs, but
I can tell.
yes. Mm. We used to be superstars.
that's crazy.
It's not safe for you. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Donnie. Oh, Donnie. And Stormy
The,
Daniels.
the lyrics, if you think about the lyrics, it's like it kind of fits his character
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
Does. Remember when they used to have his name mentioned in a lot of rap songs? Like I remember the last song I heard, I think it might have been by Ray Shrimmer, wherever they are now. But I know it was something like Up Like Trump or something like that. I remember they performed it somewhere, and this was like right before Trump ran for president. So this is a while back, like a while back. But yeah,
Yeah, like
mm.
about 10 years ago. Back.
It's
Yeah.
one that I know, but I don't know who it's by. But it's just fuck Donald Trump.
Oh, now some of the ones that was supporting him, not the.
Oh, yeah. You said mentioned them. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the only one I can think of right
Well, I
now.
was talking about like in a positive sense. So he's like, I gave you some of
Yeah.
your favorite rappers back. Like look, I
I
cleaned
mean,
Wayne's record. He can go wherever. Okay,
yeah.
Wayne is out.
Yeah, he's a wild boy, but I mean, you can't knock him for the little bit of help that he did give us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not a
Right.
good person, but he did help. He did try to help America. He even tried to get our taxes lowered as well. So I mean,
That is true.
it's
All
just
right,
like
shout out DT. Okay, shout out DT. Oh Lord, we want to take a
Now
sip
I mean,
for DT.
we about to make
right.
free
Sip
him
right
t-shirts.
now.
Nah, Donald Trump, he a Gemini,
No, we ain't freeing him,
Geminis,
but I mean,
we're a little
he ain't never gonna be
misunderstood.
locked up to get freed.
So yeah,
But
he's gonna
anyway,
do
let's
enough to
talk
be
about
liked.
somebody who need to be getting a behind locked up, but they used to making people go to jail because they was the judge and they was being janky. So we're gonna talk about a New York judge, guys, okay? And this
Yeah.
dude, y'all think DT is wild. Okay, so it is weird people in the world. People be
Yeah.
bashing Donald Trump, but okay, I have a guy named Gregory A. Locke. Okay, he
Okay.
is 33. He is a New York judge.
Okay.
In the daytime, he works for the courthouse. At nighttime, he works at the OnlyFans,
Hey.
popping, shaking, and dropping it for $9.99, $12.99, $15.99 subscriptions. He got caught doing some stuff on there, y'all, and the people at his job have found out.
Oh,
If his job is the courthouse, then that's basically the government. So the
Yeah.
government has found out that my man is up there doing all of this. I mean, he's doing
Were
some
you doing the
stuff,
shaking?
y'all.
Did you do the shaking?
No, he's doing more than that. Y'all subscribe to his OnlyFans.
I'm done.
I mean, he wasn't in bad shape, so I
Yeah,
understand
he
what you're
was. He
saying.
was in
You
amazing
subscribe
shape.
to his OnlyFans.
Oh no, thank you. I don't
No,
look
you
at
seen
pink meat.
it? You seen his OnlyFans?
Nah,
I
I saw
haven't
just the
seen
picture
it.
that they
Send
put
me a
on like
friend link.
the main
Yeah,
post.
I saw the topless picture. He
Yeah.
definitely works on himself and his physical fitness. Yes, I understood where he was like, I'm gonna sit here and hide this masterpiece. Nah, y'all got to see this. Y'all should pay for it. And you know what? And that's what
But
he's like, y'all gonna do.
why should he be fired for having OnlyFans? Because you got other people like teachers. You
The
got.
stuff he's doing on there.
Some of
I
the
wanna know what's, but I
some of
want to
their
know what he's
careers,
doing.
they do have something in their contracts and things about moonlighting.
Now that part
He's not just with pretty women. He's doing some weird, freaky things on there. Those things like BDSM and those things with those letters and stuff.
Hey,
Stuff
you don't
that
never
are
want to crack a whip every now and then?
Yep.
I mean,
no.
I
You don't
get
want to
it.
be cracking whips.
I mean, sometimes
You're
you
the
need bed
judge.
restraints.
Sometimes you
He's
Sometimes you
gotta
up
beat
there
need.
them
doing
into
weird
submission.
stuff, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I support whatever anybody wants to do in life. If that's your goal in life is to be, that type industry, I support that. But I think you need to stay with that. You don't need to be down at the courthouse trying to get me for parking tickets when you
True.
out there popping your thing on OnlyFans at nighttime with weird people.
You
But
know what?
maybe
I get
he
what you're
needs the
saying.
extra time.
He needs to pick a career path, either day or night. Which one you gonna do? You gonna work in the daytime or you gonna work in the
Well,
night?
I'm not gonna lie. If we found out how much he made as a judge, right? So, like, let's say he makes like 200,000 a year, but then he went on OnlyFans, and then I'll be honest. Once this came out there, and then next, people might have started looking him up and start following him, and next, they like, I mean, I'm trying to see how this goes. But if he made enough money and everything, if he made his salary, all it took for him was for him to make his salary in a day. He like, fuck this.
Well, I
Fuck
want
this
to
whole
say some of
job.
his proceeds exceeded. I
I
don't
feel
want
like
to
it
know if I'm
did.
gonna get that man in trouble. If I mean,
I
they already
ain't
reported it
gonna
though.
hold
He done
you.
made about 100K off their OnlyFans.
That's
Mm.
true
Popping
because
and shaking and gyrating.
I looked up the price. Well, I said the prices. I looked up, what judges make. So district judges in this year, 2023, district judges make about 232,000. Circuit court judges make 246. Um, associate justices make about 285,000, and then chief justice they make 298,000 a year. So
So he don't need to. He don't even need to be popping and shaking and gyrating because he already making that much money.
Every
But we
time
don't
you
know
say
his
gyrating, it
expenses.
makes me think of Cicely Tyson in that Tyler Perry movie.
Because
Gyrating.
that's how he's looking on his OnlyFans. And the way I feel, I might subscribe tonight because I kind of want to see what the judge is working with.
Nah, you good with the pink
I
stinks.
I feel like maybe we could send our undercover Twitter find a freaky pic, freaky video detective who is here on the show who will not be exposed. They know exactly who they are.
Hashtag freaky
They
judge.
yes. But she
Freaky
will
judge.
go if she finds it, she will go ahead and send us pictures. I know she will. I will not sit here and say her name. She knows exactly who she is. But I know if anybody's gonna crack this case, she's gonna do it.
Well, please report back when we find out. They know how to get in contact with us.
They do. They
Then
definitely
the
yeah,
do.
mess is over because
she'll
if
probably
I
do it.
don't kiss and tell because if I see the judge, I'm not telling nobody what me and the judge said. He said no paper, then I said okay, daddy.
Yeah.
You ain't shit.
I
I
know.
mean, she could probably maybe by the end of the show, maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay. That
You
would be
know,
interesting. Well, let's see.
I'm
Let's see.
all
But
in the
do you have anything else for us, Miss Moe Keezie?
Oh no, I believe that's all reporting live. Thank
All righty.
you.
Hashtag free the judge and
Hashtag free the judge.
free the judge and free Trump. Free Trump
Free
just in case he might
DT.
get another
Free
future
DT.
stimmy.
We doing free the judge or we doing freaky judge?
Freaky judge.
Judge like that.
I
Yeah.
mean, at
He
this point,
he would be really excited. I'm sorry, Tay, do you have new developments?
no, nothing yet. But I'm just saying at this point he could go by anything.
Oh, yep. We've got someone on the case. All right. Well, we're going to bring this over here to our good entertainment and social media. Okay. First, let me sit here and talk about something that is not on here. Jonathan Majors, the black man who
Oh
just in
yeah.
Creed,
Oh
and he
yeah.
got hammed up this weekend. Yeah, for assault charges. I feel like, they haven't said stated the complexion of said woman who was
It was
assaulted.
his girlfriend and she's a white woman. And I'm gonna say this. I have no problem with who you love. I have no problem with what color you love. But
However,
it seems as though when they
mhm,
go to the color of my top side,
The other side.
you know, there's always like an incident, you
that is
know,
true.
It's
a
always
cry
when they
wolf
get
Like
incident.
an OJ Simpson
that's
type
Yeah,
true.
it's
incident.
no,
Oh, not that far.
no, no, no,
I'm
no, no,
sorry.
no, no,
I
no.
was just keeping it real
No.
because that's what the viewers were thinking.
Nah, I'm thinking like Tiger Woods.
Okay.
You know, it it's a lot of cry wolf when it comes from their side.
That
Right.
is true.
That
That
too,
is
but
true.
then I also feel like every time that one gets any, like they starting to get a little bit more limelight or a little bit more exposure, their bag about to go up.
Let me take you
Um,
down a few pegs.
yeah, they
Yeah.
want to bring it back down. I mean, it's like I don't want to say it's planned or it's strategic, but at this point, that's what it's looking like because I'm not understanding. Every time a black man gets his flowers, it's somebody there that's kind of trying to knock him down in some
Here
way.
come Patty Mayonnaise.
It's the man.
Always coming
Sorry, dog.
along.
Sorry, Donald Trump.
He assaulted me. But no, I changed my mind. He didn't do it. There's video proof. After the
Yeah,
damage is done. Now, I do feel as though when things like that happen, those women of any color need to be charged for that.
they
That
should.
I agree, because it's a lot of college football players that have been ruined, that have had opportunities to potentially go to the NFL, and girls have said, "Oh, they raped me, they did this, they did that," and then when it all comes out years later, after these people have been dropped, they've been through court, their lives have been turned upside down. Now I don't want to say their window of opportunity has passed, but their window of opportunity has passed. So now they're already viewed in a certain type of light. Their future careers is over, all because you wanted to make up a lie. I feel like definitely should be inflicted on the women that do lie.
And I
I'm
feel
not,
the same way
yeah,
about that. But
it's
definitely,
crazy.
as a Black man, those Black athletes also have to be aware that that happens. That's a part of what is that comes with being a Black athlete. You feel me? So you got to stay away from. I'm not saying white women or foreign. You got to stay away from women, period, because you don't know what that brings. And coaches teach athletes that as well, because a lot of those women bring drama. You get what I'm saying? The name of the game is to be focused on what it is. And if you're going to be a woman that's going to lie and try to tear one of those men down, then yeah, you definitely need to go to jail ASAP, because you're crying wolf. And there are women out here who are really victims
And don't want to speak out on it.
and not even that. It's just victims, period. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? You're not one of them.
And
And so to me, it just that's very unsettling for me.
and you know
So
what? He already lost as soon as that came out. He lost his. He had a. I think they
Ad with
said
the army, wasn't it?
yes, and
dang,
he lost it now. It is gone now. I actually got. They
that's
didn't even. I don't even think they
heartbreaking.
put it out there. Yes, and I saw like a clip of it on the news earlier, and it showed he's walking and everything, and I'm like, dang, like you are at the height of your career right now. Creed has been out for not even a full month yet,
I
and
haven't seen it yet.
I have not seen it as well. However,
But it
next
makes
thing
me
you
want to
know,
see
they
it
mess
even
around and
more
take out the movie
now.
theaters. Like, who
Mm-hmm.
knows what can happen? And
No,
it's
but it's
messed
not
up.
out the movies yet. So let's
Oh
It's
no, no,
not.
no.
let's
I'm
keep it
saying, I'm
recorded.
saying we
Yeah.
don't know because next thing you know, let
Yeah.
her know the right
Because you know
people or
how it
something.
goes.
Yeah, like it's unfortunate. It really is.
Yeah.
But
And one thing about it is, looking at how people reacted to it, how people just jumped to conclusions and didn't even let the full story come out. 24 hours later, they singing a whole different tune.
It's
exactly.
always like that with those type of stories though, you know?
Yeah, they did the same thing to Johnny Depp. Look at how they treated him in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
They
Yep.
did. They
And then
sure did.
once she had to drop that bag on Johnny.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, she out here pooping in beds and everything. This joint was wild. But yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
stop jumping to conclusions.
We
Men
do.
can be victims of abuse. They can
They
be,
really can.
they can
But
have their whole character just demolished. All of that.
Very
isn't
easy.
I had to drink to that. Lord.
that part? But isn't that like when you put your hand on the Bible, you're swearing to tell the truth and nothing but the whole truth. So when
Mm-hmm.
you lie, technically you're in contempt of court.
Committed
Exactly.
So
perjury.
I'm not understanding why isn't something being done. Because if when you understand and you witnessed a murder or something, but you lie about it,
Mm-hmm.
they will now you done lied about it. They automatically try to throw you in there as an accessory or something like that. So I don't understand what's the difference with the women lying about men raping them or things like that.
Yeah,
I
they
don't.
deserve that same
That's a
treatment.
good point.
'Cause that's
Because
It,
not
you're
it,
lying
fair.
about a crime that has never been committed in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
that's what the crime is when you falsely report a crime.
yeah,
Mm.
because you can get in trouble for falsely accusing someone
Exactly.
too.
For falsely reporting. And now you're taking the court system through all of these procedures that they never would have had to gone through in the first place because of your lie.
Yep,
And
wasting
then the
taxpayers'
that you
money.
have to spend on an attorney then
I
you waste.
wonder if it's a statute of limitation on it.
So then the innocent person can now get choked behind for a whole bunch of other stuff. Where now, yeah, you're the criminal. You're the one who told. Yeah, they're gonna get you. So you don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
only a female who's not in the right state of mind is going to think like that and try to make something like that happen because they
this
think
is
that otherwise can occur. But that's the law. If you got a good system of the law, they're going to get down to the bottom of it
exactly.
because
But you
law and order team would never.
know what?
Okay.
This is a good way to go ahead and transition into our next topic, where we're going to go ahead and, now that we have to say bye to BMF, for now, this is a good way to transition over to Ghost. Yes, I definitely do miss my coat. I was gonna have it here just off GP.
Okay, I
However,
bought my robe for reassurance.
I
So
mean, like I said, I've got my
put
warm
my cozy robe on
heated
right now.
blanket right here, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the
Look,
same.
I might satin for Lucille.
I'm just here.
Let's get cozy. Let's talk about our new shows.
Okay, so yes, so let's go over here to Ghost. Okay. So, first, let's talk about, since we're talking about people and false accusations, there's the fact where Lauren, she's still alive. We saw in the last episode that she is with Sack's love interest, and she explained the story to her of how they found her. Meanwhile, Lauren knows that Effie tried to kill her, and she told Sack's love interest that, and she said, "You know what? I need proof. I need proof." She said, "I'm telling you." She said, "No, but I need physical proof to prove that this really happened to you." So we'll see how that goes. Um, Brendan gets Tariq a job at his father's firm and convinces Reek to start slinging coke to the coworkers. Reek really didn't want to do it. He was really against it. But however, Brendan knew that he go ahead and he go into this office and go set this meeting up. And he went in there and he saw how much coke they were doing in there, and he looked like, okay, this might be a very profitable situation for myself, and this is going to work. This is going to work. And so they realized how much money is definitely going to get made, and be made very, 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 very quickly.
But that part too, but you got to also look at it. When you got, what is her name? Noma? You her on your ass, and you got to move what was it, like 500 keys that she gave to them?
It's some wow. Yeah, it's some wow numbers.
So I think it is in their best interest to move it through the workforce, because who's gonna tell? You saw the party that they was at.
That part, listen. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I was like, oh man, like this is how they are all the time. Yes, like it's something. Let's see. Then we have where Kane, he
No,
focused.
wait, not to stop you.
No, what's
But
up?
did you see how they pushed the drug dealer in the street and he got ran over by the boss truck?
Yo,
I missed that part.
Yo, yes.
I didn't know what
guy
happened.
he was the gym
Gotta go
coach
back and
at
watch
the
it.
firm. He was the gym coach at the firm, and that's who all the co-workers and everything were buying their coke from. They realized, you know what, we gotta go ahead and get rid of. We gotta get rid of the competition. And so
They
next thing
got
you
to
know,
fuck rid of them.
yeah,
Jammed them
but
up out of
they
there.
sure did. And then they got rid of him by the most unlikely person. It was Drew. Because if anything, that seemed like a whole Kane move. But Drew, he know he got to step his game up, because now,
Well, it was supposed to be Kane's move, but they couldn't get in contact with Kane.
right, because Kane was handling other business. He was trying to sit here and fix his mother's broken heart. Now that she got to admit, I know that was your cousin. That's my son. I know. Don't worry about that. Okay, my son gone. My son gone. Zeke is gone. And so Kane is like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Kane got to the bottom of it, which is the reason why he could not push the professional coke push at the job, because I think they were saying that he was acting like it was like in some protein shakes and everything, protein powder. That's what it was. And so, yeah, he couldn't show up, and Drew had to show up. But Drew has to show up because of the fact that he was still with Everett. Everything was going good. He was supposed to go and support Everett. I think at a signing party or situation, or a going away party, because he just went ahead. He got drafted. His life is looking good. Drew is going to be a trophy boyfriend to him, or had that possible situation that he was going to be able to have. But Lorenzo, Papi set him up. Drew got his ass beat. And he can't go because he's laid up. He's messed up. He got to go home. He misses the event, and it looks really bad. But now he's trying to go ahead and keep his name. So once he found out that there was a situation that was needed, he was like, I don't usually, I couldn't see Drew doing something like that and being that cold hearted. I could definitely see Kane, but no, this pushing somebody in the street and they get ran over. I mean, I don't know. It might have just been space, time, opportunity, whatever, but it worked out some kind of way. But the dope part was that Kane found out that Papi was responsible for all of this. And so now he's basically making his father his bitch. He's like, you didn't want to make me the next person in charge and everything? Yeah, he letting his dad know, guess what? Take these bricks, get your ass on that block, nigga. And then his father looking like, you can't talk to me like that. And then,
But
but
I
guess what?
did.
Poppy know he ain't got no pull because Monet been running stuff and Kane been handling it. This is what happens. This is what happens. In between time though, Sax also finds out that Davis has a burner phone in his desk, which connects him to Monet. Monet, that's the mama, Mary J. Blige. But let's go back to and one person, I don't even know why she's on the show, but I guess maybe they're gonna make her more important. I don't know. But Diana, Kane and Drew's sister. Now she goes to Stansfield, and now randomly her roommate is Brendan or Brandon's little
Brendan.
sister. Yeah, I guess. And then she's like, I'm here, and I'm gonna. Well, she decides to throw a honor ceremony for her brother cousin, and they say we're gonna bring out a family friend who was Little Mo. Yeah, so all that stuff right there, all together, all these things, and you think about all this, and that's all they ever had. That's all they had. But it was nice to see that. It was nice to see that Mary, I'm sorry, Monet got in a better. She's starting to feel a little bit better. She got her wig tight now. She's looking back like Monet when she got pulled over by the police. The way she handled it the way I would expect her to. So that's been a thing. Let's
It
see.
is,
Any
but
thoughts?
Sax needs to go. He's needed to go
So
since the
messy.
first 8 seasons.
Sax needs to go. Diana needs to go. Lauren
That,
needs to go.
yes, she needs to stay gone.
I'm
Yes,
saying the
yes.
whole
But
cast just need to go. Some of the
no,
whole
not
cast.
well,
No, not the whole cast, but them three. Them solid
yeah.
three. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
But then this also changes perspective from what I said last week about Effie potentially being the CI. Now that Lauren is talking more,
Yeah.
it's like, is Effie really the CI if she did push the car into the thing? Not if she did push the car in the thing. So it's like, was she really, what I mean, incriminate herself if they have absolutely nothing because they said the guy didn't see anything. All he saw was the car going into the water.
Yes. You know what I forgot to mention? What I forgot to mention is that we got to see a snippet of Effie was trying to create her own thing like course correct. And it was like what course perfect or something like that. And so she's
But
trying
did
to
it
do
say
the
that?
same thing.
It's of course correct. Because I thought she was trying to revive what Tariq
No,
had.
she was, but she changed the name instead of course correct. It might be like course perfect or something like that. But she wasn't trying to do it through him. She was trying to
Ew,
do her own
that's
thing.
hot. For what? That's
Type
hot.
shit.
It's
And she got the
they're on
website set up.
That's infringement.
You know what? That'd be like a new, like how they did with Facebook. Like that whole situation with Facebook is like somebody took somebody else's idea and then they had to go ahead and they had to pay that money, but they were able to make it happen. But Effie shady, and I don't know, like since Diana was, remember she was in the bookstore and she creeping out the corners and stuff, and she sees Tariq there with Effie and everything, and I'm like, I don't know if Diana gonna end up being a hater and want to kill Effie. I don't know where that's gonna go, but if Diana don't catch a body in the next 2 episodes, I need a done. I need to go. I need to go. I'm not feeling
Well,
this.
it's gonna get interesting because I want to see like what's Effie's goal with Diana because she's being really nice to her. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to be nice, but she's being really nice, or
Too
maybe
nice.
trying to
It's scary.
disturb her from Tariq, by trying to put her on with the little what is it, the A, not the AP, the TA,
Yeah.
whatever, the guy who manages the dorms, that guy.
Yeah.
The RA.
All
Yeah, there you
right.
go.
Yes,
All
there
right.
we go.
Residential
CA,
assistant.
CA, TSA, all the
Yes,
damn
there we
names.
go.
But yeah, the
Not
R.
TSA though.
But yeah, all the A's.
Yes, every one of them.
Yeah, so I feel like she's also trying to deter her, but I'm trying to see like what are you getting at? And then like you said, what is Diana doing by sneaking around? Because did you not want them to see you working? I mean, they working too. And Poppy told you gotta pull your weight on the other end.
Exactly.
If you had to get a job, then you just had to get a job. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed about it. But I will say the RA pulled her card though. He was like, "So you got on this
Balenciaga backpack, but you can't afford
the books in it."
And the way she turned around, and I'm like, right. Like, yeah, well,
you come in there every episode you Balenciaga this.
Yeah. She had that Balmain sweater in the last joint, and I love that. That looks amazing. I'm not gonna have it, but it looks amazing. Like I will have that without the name, but it looks amazing.
I get the $12.99 one at Walmart.
Listen, okay, yes. Between Shein, Walmart, and the good rainbow, you know what I'm saying? Olive Olay, whatever. I'm gonna find that. I need just that look. Just give me the look. Give me the look, and I'll be good.
I ain't been in rainbow in years.
And listen, me neither. But I feel like they gonna have it. I feel like they.
Man, what? I'm not even gonna. Man, my rainbow days were treacherous. I used to run there on the Friday.
Hey, listen.
Break, give me a
still run there on a Friday. Stop playing with me.
To go to the go.
Oh, I take y'all back. What about Rave? Remember Rave?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Wet Seal. All the joints.
Commander Salamander. My favorite.
Ah, the good old days. Well, all right. Speaking of the good old days, the show that we this show right here, SnowFall. You know, as we talked about this before, we definitely realized the differences in the prior seasons when John Singleton was here. And now they're at a point where now they're just taking people out. And when I tell you that last week, the way my heart was hurting.
I agree. I felt the same way. It was shocking.
Getting killed. Louie ain't deserve all that. She ain't deserve all that. That man, Jerome, took good care of her when she wanted to leave him and go marry that woman. You know what I'm saying? He stood by her side. She ain't bring her to him like a threesome. She was like, no, this my bitch and you my nigga. And he was just like, okay.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. She did.
Never forget that. She started going hard on everything.
Yeah, she shitted on him a little bit. And then...
Yeah. And then she killed her.
And then she's like how she's blaming Franklin in this situation. Because like I said, they all were eating at one point in time. Franklin, so he got shot or something. I forgot what happened.
I think he got shot.
Yeah, he got shot. So he had to sit down for a little bit. And Louie took over. Which, okay, cool, fine. You was running things. But then you got greedy. And then getting greedy, you created all these unnecessary beefs.
Exactly.
Now, granted, they already had a beef with Kane because they shot his brother in the beginning, but his brother was tripping. So it would kill to be killed in that situation. And then they squashed it with Kane. And then what? Scully. They went after Scully. Then they squashed Scully.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just been tumble effect. And then now you got more and more and more unnecessary beef. And then when they down on your shit, here you go.
And she crying all crazy, like, cause the way that and the fact that Franklin tried to help Louie and told her, look, get him Teddy's information. And no, not Teddy. No. They want the police officer. That's what it was. They want the police officer's information, and so she didn't want to give it up.
And he's not a police officer anymore. He's a crackhead who couldn't save her, who was in the car getting high when they was blowing up.
Very true. But Franklin told her, giving that information up is way better than what he's about to send these guys in here to do. And next, and she looking like, whatever. All right, cool. Now you in there screaming. Now they got you bent over a chair. You know what I'm saying? Got you restrained, and now you like, oh, it went too far. I ain't
For
controlling the
real.
situation. But the way that Franklin looked out for her, because he like, yo, like they really about you think this run a train, like girl, like it's gonna be people in here lined up to go ahead and get right with you. And all he did was place them pages. Next thing you know, Unc was like, when he met up with him, bitch nigga. And the way he introduced, I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay, Jerome, okay, but he ran through there. He was ready. When he got out that trunk, and he looked like a big dude. The way he unfolded out that trunk and got out there, I was like, he loved that woman. I want a man to love me like that, but not in them ways. Not like go that far. You know what? Never mind. I don't want him to ever be in no situation like that because of that. But I want to know that you was willing to fold up in that trunk. You was willing to put
And
your
do
big
that for
ass in
me,
that
yeah.
fucking trunk. Okay, because you love me like that. But I ain't gonna get you in no situations like that. However, yeah, he jumped out. He ready. He ready to take on everything. And it's like then he died, and like he went and shot the man. The man shot him, and next thing you know, everybody gone. And then the way he was standing there, and she got to give him Jerome, like and then Jerome dropped, and I'm like, he died in your arms. He just wanted to go to Jamaica. He just wanted to go to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. But
He
the
wanted
thing
to
is,
leave.
like, when she was like, "Bro, get up," it didn't affect me
At all.
and
I was like, no,
Franklin
that's
was
your
like,
fault.
I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that. Even though they had their differences and they kept pulling the strap out on each other and
yeah,
yelling at each
that was
other,
your yeah.
it was like, damn. He was like, and then it's like he couldn't really get it together. And then she's
Yeah, he
like,
was
"It's
sitting in the chair.
your fault." What?
Listen. And then you know what? When I seen Leon over there crying, when I seen the way that he had dropped down real dramatically,
Even Scully
like
was
that,
upset. And Scully got shot too.
yeah, I'm like, come on. And I'm like, Louie, this is all your fault. Like, this is all your fault. You would never want to take accountability for none of your actions. You come out here, you talk a bunch of shit, you show your ass, and now your man gone. He just want to go to Jamaica. He just want to go to Jamaica. And when he said to her, and then that's how I'm gonna wrap this up. When he said to her, I was kind of hoping that you would say, fuck all this and say that you love me and not that what is it, love me or that I mean something more than that. And I'm like, dang.
That too. And he also asked her, "Is your life worth all of this?" He asked her that, and she said yes. And in return, he lost his life.
Yes. And I was quite happy though that she did at least fall off that horse when she was out there. She like, I'm just gonna go horse ride. I'll go ahead and make the drop and she looked like, yeah, that's best because I'm gonna go and ride horses. And then they found your bitch ass. I'm like, you should be gone. You should be gone. But we'll go on to something else. I don't know if you all got the opportunity to check out Seeking Brother Husband.
I ain't watched that Freak Nick.
Nah.
Nope, we did not watch the Freak Nick show.
What channel
I
did it come
did.
on?
Listen,
TLC, I believe.
it is on
The
TLC.
Freak Nick channel.
Listen, yeah.
It's supposed to be the
Birthing babies and brother husbands. Like,
Yes, you're right. They went from all that, and then what was it? We said it last week. What is it? Sex sent me to the ER. They
yeah.
really touched on a lot of things. So watching this show, there's a woman there. It's an African American woman. Her name is Kenya. Kenya has a husband who she's been married to for 26 years. She talks about how this is something that she's always wanted to do, and that her husband, he's on the time. I just wanted her to get what she wants out of life and to have her way. And I'm thinking, as I'm watching, I'm like, he said, what? Oh, okay. So she sleeps in her room with her husband every night for the 26 years. However, she has another husband who she's been married to for 10 years. And apparently the husband of 10 years, she wants to come over there to him and she looking like, yeah, shorty, what's up? Trying to see something, trying to do something. And he's like, no, you've been in there with that man. You're not going to touch this. You're not going to get this. And that is how that man is treating her. However, he was like, she sleeps with him every night and she just comes over to me when she wants to. But apparently she likes him. And his name is Tiger. Okay. And Tiger is not busting down. He like, nah, you gonna have to respect me. And then there's another woman. This other woman, she's like, yeah, this is my husband. I can't remember how many years they were married, but she was like, But yeah, when we started dating, I started cheating on him, and I told him I wouldn't cheat on him if I could see other people. And so her husband's like, okay. So guess what she does? She gets another husband. This is a Caucasian lady. She has a Caucasian husband. Guess what? She decides I'm gonna go ahead and get me a black one. Okay. So the oh my gosh, this right here. Last week I was saying that I wondered if this was gonna be like the real world because as the men are talking, like the first wife that I just mentioned, Kenya, she's like, yeah. I think I need another husband. She's like, because it's like dating is fun. Like I like dating. I like meeting up with people and everything. So yeah, now she wants another husband. And the husband in 10 years is like, I mean, what if he bigger than me? What if he like I don't know? What if she like him more than me and everything? And you know, the husband in 10 years, he already like he already in a little position, well, in a predicament because he already don't want to have the sex when she wants to have the sex because he's like, you ain't gonna be treating me like that. And then there's another couple who also everybody, all the men, they sitting there, they sit on the couches and everything with their spouses, they look happy, but then when they do the thing almost like a confessional, they pull them to the side, you see that it's a lot of like hurt and pain. You see that the family members are coming in. They're like, you don't have to go through this. You want her to sleep with other people? And he's like, I mean, no, but I just want her to be happy. And she's like, so you want her to sleep with other people? I just want my wife. I want my wife to be happy.
So he's being, what is
Oh
it
my
called?
God.
Cuckold?
Yes, I
He's
think
being
so.
submissive.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm sorry because I knew I heard the doorknob turn. Hi, baby. I don't know why you out here, but you gotta go back in the bed. Go ahead, lay down over there. Grab that blanket. What? Well, yep, that wraps up my story. So yeah, but you got to check
But
it
yeah,
out.
that was a good show. We'll check it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds really cool. Yeah.
yeah. Matter of fact, go lay in my bed.
Well, that just sounds like a horror story. So you know what that means.
Dating horror
Dating
story.
horror story time. All right, so look, this one, right? I'll take ownership in the last few. I definitely have some red flags myself, but that's pre-pandemic me. And so is this story. But this one's not my fault. Um, I was talking to this guy. He was cool, he was sweet, real charming from the South. Um, I tried to be progressive and open-minded. He told me that he had tried something with the guy, but it was a while ago. And it just wasn't his thing. I can understand because sometimes that can happen. But while I was talking to him, I started noticing there's another guy starting to come around a little bit more and more. Yeah, they were dating and yeah, I put two and two together and I got up on out of there. But my coworkers knew, and apparently nobody hit me because my little radar, bing, 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 was off.
It seems like nobody likes to tell you anything.
Apparently. So as you see, my circle is like, pew.
I see, but Jesus Christ. I mean, look out for the cookout.
Wow.
I guess I don't need to be in the know of me, apparently.
That's bullshit. Because I need to know if you tapping tips. I need to know if you're tapping tips with somebody else.
I will say this, out of me trying to be progressive, will I do that ever again? No. And that definitely tainted it. If you are going to be of any type of lifestyle, whatever partner you're with or anything like that, you need to disclose that type of information. Let them choose. I'm not. Now, in our situation, we weren't intimate. There was no intimacy. It was just dating, but
still, you need to know.
Let me make my choice. Let me make my choice.
Yes, do not decide for me. Do not decide for me. Do not think I'm automatically signing off on this.
You
But
know, I
granted,
feel
like
like
you said,
that's
there
like
are
coming
people that
into
might
a
sign off on that.
relationship. I'm gonna hide the fact that I got kids and boom. Hey, I'm a mom. You know, they like 9 and 7. They've been around, but yeah, accept them.
But they cool. About us. No,
Yeah.
I don't
That's
look like that.
still, but still,
Whew.
like, what are we doing here? It's still these are need to know bases. Like
Sorry.
I don't care which way or how you try to flip it, reverse it. These are need to know things. Like your potential, like any event that y'all did get intimate, that puts you at risk for God knows what,
God,
because y'all want to sword fight. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, we gotta draw the where, even if it's just y'all rubbing carpets together. I still
Listen,
need
transparency is key with me. Communication, transparency.
yes.
yeah. And I say it all the time. Let me make my own choice. Let
Yes,
me
please.
decision.
And it's like I get that, people they may like I understand what you're saying where you're like, okay, like he's telling me that this is something that he wanted to try. And when you hear it as a try, I can understand, I guess, that he was like, it was just this one time that I had done this. However,
That one time at bang.
The only reason why I feel like I could have understood it is because girls do it all the time. I tried it, I didn't like it. I try to be fair across the board.
I see. However,
Moving forward, again, would I do it again? Nah.
I mean, you know what?
I'm
I give him
trying to
credit
figure
for at
out.
least I give him credit for at least letting you know. I know a lot of people that found out in other ways. So at least he came to you and let you know.
No.
No. I'm talking about the beginning. The fact that he even put it out there.
Oh, okay.
So he let you know. I might dibble and dabble. Off top, you might have think like, well, man, this might have been this one time. So when you found out, it might have still shocked you, but you didn't expect it to hit like that. Ooh.
I mean, that's kind of like for me, it's a deal breaker. Just
Yeah, moving forward it is.
yeah, it's just a deal breaker for me because all the things that I'm not saying you only get certain things from just that type of community, because you can get it from any community, but it's more of a risk. I'm taking more of a risk because I don't know what your other buddy is doing. And now I see what you're doing. And who's to say that's the only person that you potentially want to try with?
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of factors. I mean, even with, even if they were straight men, it's still a lot of risk factors because you don't know what they're doing with other women, of course, and you don't know what those.
Bigger factor is the fact that the men who, I mean, like you said, luckily she did not get intimate with him, but it's the men who go around and they want to still be this person to everyone else because they're not even comfortable within themselves. So I'm like, I'm glad that he even came to you and told you of that one experience. I'm glad that he let you know of that one experience. That is a crazy situation to be in. However, it's plenty of other people who, they found out on the back and they found out when they was getting a pap smear, you know what I'm saying, that they found anything else. Like, it's wild. It's a wild world out here. But, we're glad that you're here. You're safe and that you can sit there and be like, wow, I never had that happen before. And guess what? My progressiveness stops here. All right.
Hey,
Okay. There we go.
listen.
As progressive as you need to be is if you decide that you want to go ahead and live a polygamy lifestyle. And I think like when you go through stuff like that, then you can look at certain stuff like monogamy and polygamy. You can look at it a little bit different because it's like, okay, at least we're going to have this conversation and we know what's going on. But if we stay within this group of people, we shouldn't have no issues outside of this group of people unless that group of people mess with the other group of people. So I understand.
Yeah.
Whew.
I support all communities. I'm a true hippie, so free love. I'm all for it. But disclose what you got going on. I don't do the whole
Like,
download thing.
Into it.
Ain't
if it's
nobody
a
about to
freak Nick,
shame
say it's
you.
gonna be a freak Nick.
Right.
Like,
I'm not about to shame you, nothing like that. But that whole download thing, nah.
Yeah.
It ain't cute. It ain't right. Yeah.
Yep.
No. No.
Well,
So, ladies, vet your partners. That's all I can say.
listen. Yeah. Listen. These days, you just be glad that if somebody cheating on you, just hope that it's somebody the same sex as you. Other than that, like you can't compete with I can't compete with I can't compete with your boy. I can't
I
compete.
ain't got the same parts, brother.
Yeah. And then like
Um,
I'm gonna sit here and go step into it and put it on and be like, hey there. Like, how'd that go? How does that go? What? Ew.
you
What?
can put on your handy mandy tool belt.
You're right. Or last week we talked about the fleshlight, but it's just so weird having this conversation because this child just won't leave.
Oh no.
He gonna open up his eye and look at me.
All right, well, we can
Get
switch
out.
topics.
Get out.
Let me ask y'all a question, right? Do y'all feel as though women should, I don't know if I want to say compromise or like just edit their standards as they get older in the dating pool?
yes, because I'm
Yes.
editing mine from stop dealing with losers to start dealing with some ballers and stop being delusional and start dealing with reality.
Yeah, you can't save them all. I had to learn that one the hard way.
And I realized because of that, I have been meeting different kinds of guys.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so the dating pool for me has changed.
It no longer has
And
pee in it.
it no longer has PP in it. Girl, that urine smell, I got rid of all those type guys, girl. No, I got me some, and not even that. I don't have me anybody, but the type of men I've been meeting and still being myself, not having to change who I am really as a person. I mean, I changed for the better, but I'm saying I don't have to be fake. You know what I'm saying? I can still be myself.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
know, so yeah,
I
that's
like
it's
that. I like
nice.
that.
And I think that all women should first of all, you got to accept yourself in a certain type manner first. You know what I'm saying? To know even what are you looking for and you know what I'm saying? Because you could be
Mhm.
looking for something and the guy could sell you a million dreams, honey, that he's this, he's that girl, and he still ain't none of that but a
Listen,
joker.
stop volunteering what it is that you're looking for, because these niggas will try and conform to
Girl,
just that.
yeah, and I sit and lie and tell you exactly what I'm looking for to tell you. I mean, I behoove with your ass.
Yep.
Now look at you, looking wild, right? So no,
You're
a
absolutely right.
real man ain't gonna treat you like that. Ain't gotta do all that boasting, bragging, doing all
Mhm.
that, none of that. He gonna show you what it really is. You feel me?
Exactly.
Actions speak a lot louder than those words.
Yeah,
They
but I
do.
can be deceiving too.
Well,
That is
look,
true.
long as you acting to my cash out too.
Not acting to the cash app though, but I could
Acting
make that
to the
shit.
cash out.
A young the dance.
That little sound
But
every time it hit. Ding ding. And it got a little like money fall sound behind it. Oh my gosh. Like one of the best sounds of life.
It
you know what? I do agree that, well, not agree. I can say for myself, again, as the resident divorcee, I've been through a lot. So it's certain things that I don't expect from. If you're going to do it, you'll do it. And if you want to change, you're not going to change. Changing for me means you about to go even harder on me, is what I learned. If you're changing for yourself and you want to make you happy, and if making you happy means making me happy, then we can have a wonderful life together. Um, like now, it's so many things that have changed within myself because a lot of problems that I had dating is because of the fact that I'm a divorcee. Then all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh yeah, you about to be my wife," da 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 da. And it's like you saying all this because I was somebody else's wife before, but you saying this because you think that I'm gonna go ahead and get married again. I'm not against getting married again. I'm all down for getting married again. However, that didn't mean that I wanted to marry you, dear sir. because you try, like, people, they try to gas you with that. And I've never realized how bad it was with that. Because I remember one of the first dudes I dated, and like you know what? Here's a little known fact. I was literally
All right, a little technical difficulties.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, so being a divorcee, like you are more marketable for like marriage. I lie and tell people I'm divorced.
Hey, like shit though.
Like find a husband. Like I think I found
I'm
the key.
sorry,
So
I'm
I think I'm gonna
freshly
start lying to
divorced.
guys, telling guys I'm divorced so I can start
Yeah.
finding a husband. I think
no,
that
That
but
would
whole telling me you gonna marry me thing, that scares me off. I don't
well,
know
I
you.
don't even want to get married just yet. Okay. I'm
Right,
still in
I
my
don't know you.
prime, honey. And
but
my
you know what?
husband, wherever he is at, he's in his prime. Don't meet me
The,
till the prime is over with.
the guy who said it to me, he was also a divorcee. But it's funny how things go, right? Because I told him, I said, all right. I was like, I've been divorced a week. I said, and I was like, but you know what? I've been married before. I was like, I gotta get my paperwork. So, all right, next week. And so I waited. So next week, I ain't come up with no paperwork, none of that stuff. He didn't ask me again because I'm like, you real wild. Because at first, like, he came over to my place. He liked my spot and everything. And he like, man. And I realized that he was envisioning himself living there, right? And I'm like, now I've
Oh,
Oh,
known him for a long time. I knew him from way back. And so I knew him from high school. So I'm like, this is interesting. And so it's so funny how everything works out, right? Because come to find out, he was going through a bunch of stuff. So guess what, guys? He was going through a bunch of things and he was actually going to need shelter soon. So I'm like,
oh, he was a
Oh, he was a homosexual.
homosexual.
yeah, and he was fine. He was
Oh, couch to
Oh,
couch. He
I'm gonna
had a
send y'all.
plastic
I
bag
got a
or
dating horror
he
story
had
about
totes.
one of them too.
He had a
It was
plastic bag
fine.
or totes.
No. He had his own place though. He had his own place. He had his
Okay.
own place. Then he started telling me this wild story one day about like, yeah, it's something like all of a sudden he was gonna have he had a baby on the way, but he was messing with this girl, but the girl was married, but he ain't know if that was his baby. He's telling me all this stuff. So,
Girl.
years later, I forgot what I was looking up, but I happened to look him up on a case search, right? Guess what? Oh yeah, he had a baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm like, dang. And the way you came at me about that marriage thing, I'm like, you came at me so quick. Like so quick. Like I enjoyed being, being a wife
He
and having a
needs your
partner and dating
money.
a person. Yeah, I'm like, but the thing about it, it's one of the things I think he was like, well, you so used to being a wife, you ready to be a wife again. I know how to be a wife. I think I was a great wife. I don't think none of that was a problem. I can cook, I can cook, I can clean, I was gonna say everything that Carisha said, but I can't say it because, somebody over there. However, yeah, I was very, very surprised. But
What's up with the people lying about having these babies? Like, I had a guy do that to me recently.
mhm,
Like, he told me about two of the children. And
mhm.
then, like, one day on Facebook, he was like, yeah, it's my son's birthday. And I'm like, whoa, what son? And so it was like
Like,
this cute
oh,
little boy up there. And I'm like, oh, another one, huh? I'm like,
I mean, that's how it typically happens. They
why
always
wouldn't
just
you just tell
pop
me
out.
about all of them? Like, I mean, I got 3 kids myself. So, like, if you have 3 kids, just like claim all 3. Like, is that like a
Mm.
possible or like, are you sure? Like,
exactly.
just
But
weird.
my end thing of all that is that I've learned that if they more in need, they ready to propose to you and become your boyfriend today. You know what I'm saying? They want to be your man today. They try and be your man by the end before the end of the week. And but it's like, taking your time and seeing how things go. Cause it's like, don't date me just because you like the aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's fine. I
Yeah.
understand. I understand why you're here, baby. I understand why you're here. That ain't no problem. I get it. However, it's a lot of different places. Cause like you said, with children, I got 2 kids. My kids, they love their father, and that's cool. And as long as you are comfortable in knowing that they love their dad, that's cool. You can be here in their life. They're gonna still respect you and everything else. But don't be that guy that feels like this other dude I used to talk to, he was like, you had another baby with him? Damn, it couldn't be no random ass nigga. And I'm like, excuse me? And yeah. And then he was like, that mean I gotta deal with him and I ain't about to go through all this, da da da. And I'm like, I ain't even come over here for that show. You supposed to go to dinner. What you talking about? We was going to dinner. You was planning a life with me. I didn't know we was doing that because you talking about you don't like him, he ain't said nothing to you, done nothing to you. He's done stuff, in other facets, but I understand. However, nah. And if you concerned about that, then this ain't never gonna work because he's still gonna be their father. So I'm not about to change all that. However, you know how to sit here and be my man and tend to my kids and take care of us and make sure we good, then we ain't got no problem. We ain't got no problem. I make you happy. I do whatever you want. Almost. I'll be clear.
That, but I saw a question on Facebook. Well, it's not a question, it was a statement that said being a stepfather has no rewards, like it has no perks. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way because being in anyone's life to me is a reward and it has its perks, especially when it's a child. You can see them grow and become something. So it kind of threw me off a little bit that someone would say that being a bonus parent or a step parent has no reward.
Yeah, and that's terrible.
That is some
That's
selfish
crazy.
stuff to say, and that comes from a bitter parent. Some bitter
Yeah.
parent wrote that was jealous of the stepdaddy. Because
Nah.
I mean, honestly, like you said, having anybody in the child's life that's there to help a child grow. Some of these
Mhm.
children might need their stepfathers because they real daddy for whatever reason. I'm not even saying it like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people out here who were raised by step parents. And
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't for those step parents being in their lives, you know what I'm saying? Who knows how that child would have ended up? My friend actually just got married recently, and his new wife has children. He had a son, you know what I'm saying? And now his son has a mother figure in his life. And you know what I'm saying? The previous, the biological mother, she's in the life too, but I'm saying that son obviously lives with the dad. So now that he's married, like it's like he has a mom full time. No one's
Mhm.
taking the fact away that he has a real mom. It's just the fact that people need people in their lives to guide them the right way. So I think in that
Yeah.
instant, people be writing nonsense on Facebook all
They
the
do.
time.
I'm definitely thankful for my I'ma say my stepfather, but that's my dad. I'm
Period.
definitely a daddy's girl and I love him very dearly. My kids, they have a relationship with my real father. I have a relationship with them, but when it comes to like who's who, yeah, whoever walked me down the aisle, well, whoever's gonna be on the other side of the aisle, they're gonna see my dad standing beside me.
Yeah, yo, it's like that. And I'll be honest, when I got
And that's
married,
what's up. And I'm glad that you
my
explained it
godfather
like
walked me down
that.
the aisle.
Hmm.
My godfather been there since day one. He ain't never leave my side. I got baby pictures. And like his birthday was the other day, and I call him talking trash to him and everything, doing what we regularly do. And I don't know. And my dad is in my life. My dad has been real active like these last couple of years, like recent years.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm glad I know where my dad is, but my godfather, oh my gosh, if it wasn't for him, I can call him
Yeah,
for
I
anything.
feel the same way. If it wasn't for my godfather, like
I needed
shout out
him.
to all the dads out there, man.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes y'all be getting a bad rap, and it's a lot of people that out here. I mean, I realize it takes a lot, especially depending on like now being older and looking at the situation. Like my godfather met my mother when she was 6 months pregnant with me, so he already knew coming in, and he's never left. Like no matter what, we left Ohio, moved to Maryland. He's still been here. Like I said, when I was getting married, I had him walk me down the aisle. My father was invited to the wedding, and I told him, I said, look, I told both of them. I said, y'all gonna both be there. Y'all gonna both know how to act. We're gonna take pictures. We're gonna have a great time. They don't actually live far from one another. That's the even crazier part. Like they live like extremely close. A lot of questions, but we ain't gonna do that now. However,
It takes a village to raise a child.
Yes, it
yeah,
does.
it does. And my godfather, I mean, he was so happy and like that, but that love, I felt that, and it's like, and it never changed. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it would change over the years. I'm like, 30 plus, got kids, that they know that's Pop Pop John. You know what I'm saying? They know Pop Pop Ron.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they also know that there's the person that you look in my baby book, you see pictures. This person has always been there. So
Yeah, I mean, you can never have too many positive influences in your child's life. That's how I look at it.
Hmm.
I
whether
love
don't
it.
want
I'm
to put
gonna
a lot
keep
in.
sharing that.
Kids deserve all the love. They deserve all the love. And as long as you're gonna sit here and love these kids, just like I ain't gonna date nobody if I'm not gonna sit there and show their child the same love that I show my own kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen. There's no way. But that's us though. Maybe that's just a women's point of view. I don't know. Well, some men do feel that way, but we don't have a man on the show to sit here and say that at this moment, at this time. However, but yeah. Either way, stepdaddy season. Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm
listen,
accepting
and that's one of the things I'm
application.
compromising on my list. At first, it was
401ks
no kids,
only.
but now I can't sit there and say that I'm not going to date nobody with kids and I got kids. That's not fair.
That's stupid.
Bring your kids on. I got Barbie Dream House and PlayStation 4.
Listen, please bring them because I don't want no more.
Well, with that on that.
All right, yeah. Going next. Let's go to the list.
I don't know what y'all want to do.
Let's see. I think we might have time for the next. Let's see. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Where we at? How I go all this stuff? So yeah,
it's looking real like-ish to me.
Yeah, it looks like we need to bring a male on here. We need some testosterone.
What is it? It's called Micah Clock.
There we go. Shot o'clock, Micah Clock. There we go. So y'all sit back, get ready.
Yes.
And all right. So, well, it's time for our favorite episode, the dynamic duo, X Mike. How you feeling today, Mike?
I'm cool.
I see you got your hat on today. Well, what's going on?
I got my hat on every week. This is the
second. Your eyes are covered today. I can't really see your lovely face.
I'm here, so I don't get fined.
Oh God! So how was your day been?
I don't want to speak on my day. It was a rough day. It's been a rough day. To say the least. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Well, I kind of want
tomorrow.
Hey, what gorillas say? That's why I love tomorrow.
That's right. That's my favorite saying.
So, I was thinking we could switch it up today and play Would You Rather.
Okay.
So, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, would you rather marry your ex or marry the last person you had sex with?
Neither of them. I mean, it depends on what ex. It all depends on what ex though. Can't even say.
Well, that's your choice.
Well then yeah. I mean, one of them, yeah. I mean, yeah, one of them possibly, but yeah, not the last person. No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll pass
would you rather wear socks during sex or a t-shirt?
I mean, it depends on who the person is. I mean, sometimes it's both, sometimes it's neither.
Okay, so my next question: what is up with dudes in socks and sex?
I mean, people try to overcomplicate it and make it seem like it's a science to it, and like it gives you extra traction or some shit like that. Like that shit don't really matter for her. If 9 times out of 10, for me, I just probably forget to just take them joints off, or you know what I'm saying. I don't like. Who cares at that point? I can't speak on it. I don't know. I can't speak.
I mean, it's kind of weird because you got dudes that strip down completely, but they leave their socks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I can't speak for what they do because I can't. I mean, all I know is sometimes I have socks on, sometimes I don't have socks on. It's not that I'm trying to hide my feet. It has nothing to do with any of that. Maybe it might be cold. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, so they say it's for the traction, I guess, but I got carpet, so.
And then that's when your socks be all turned around and your heel be on top of your foot. But
yes,
oh, ew.
Yeah, so I got carpet, so for me it's like okay. I mean, no one's ever asked me to have. I never really thought about that for real. Like, and I never dudes don't talk about this type of stuff with each other. Like women, like I was telling y'all about the toys and stuff like that. Y'all have sex toy parties and shit like that. Men don't have no shit like that. Or at least not the men I know. I've never been to a male sex toy party or ever talked to my homies. Hey, bro, you be fucking, you keep your socks on. Like,
you've never had a conversation with your homeboys like that? Your sock came off or was twisted all crazy and everything, and you walking out the room to the bathroom, and your sock is like dragging, like it's like hella toe room in the front, and your heels are scraping against the carpet. Like, there's never been a conversation about that. Men don't have those
She
conversations.
fucked me up my socks, bruh.
nah, nobody ever. No. Okay, so first of all, okay, I can't speak on every man because every man is different, and I've been kind of chastised about how I lump men up because of the purse wearing ones. So I can't speak for every male. I've never had a conversation with any of my friends about what they do sexually, ever. We don't be talking about that. It's just like, I guess we're just not freaky enough. I guess we gotta step our friendship up. I don't know. Like, I have no clue. We don't have those type, like, the locker room conversations. That shit is over exaggerated. It's not like people think in the movies and how they portray it. It's not like that. Like, when I was in high school, Bama's did that, but all them dudes were lying. Like, it came back that most of them was lying. So like, I never forget he gonna hate me if he see this, but my quarterback lied about that shit. And at senior prom, the girl exposed it. Like, it
Not
was
at prom. Damn.
I'm sorry, after prom. I'm sorry, it was at after prom. Like, so after prom was just as popping as prom. Like, people that didn't even go to prom went to after prom. So it was a lot of people there, and she exposed them. So
I mean, that's what you get. You lie on my kitty, then I gotta expose
yeah,
you.
like, I've known dudes that lie on their stuff, and they talk about that type of stuff. Like I told you, like they had a whole PE crew when we was in high school, but like, there was those type of dudes that were just too freaky for me. And my friends, we just never, you know what I'm saying? We just never had those type of conversations. Like, I never was a smell your finger type of dude. Like, nah,
Ew.
nah,
That was full wicked.
yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
am hollering over here.
Like, now I
Sounds
will
so American Pie-ish right now.
I will say, like, with my band, even with my band, like, they're known for doing what they were doing, but they never really came back and had those conversations with me. So I don't know what dudes do when they be in the bedroom. Like, not nobody that I know. I really don't want to know either. Like, hey, Marshall, man, you keep your socks on? Hey, man, do you keep your socks on?
Well, we do have Marshall here. Marshall, do you keep your socks on?
Do you got like a special pair of Nike socks you use?
They said the hospital or the little jump house joints are the best, but my thing is, if you got
the socks from Launch.
Yeah.
Man, I almost bust my ass with them hospital socks on one time.
Hey, them joints are not comfortable on your feet, but them
Yeah,
joints
that's what I'm trying to say.
and all them joints, yeah, go ahead, get them a try, my brother.
That's a one time I can't remember a sexual time where the socks mattered. And at that point in time, I did not, did I have carpet? I did have carpet at that point in time. I was living at some place that had carpet, and I almost broke my goddamn neck. And I wasn't huge either. I was skinny then. So it wasn't like the extra weight made me fall over. Like, nah, I was trying to do something. I don't know what I was trying to do. But I was
trying to hit her with a spin move.
Right.
It was, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't remember. But it was something. And it just, and I was like, oh shit.
I mean, to me, it just looks weird. Like when you look down or whatever position you're in, and you see just like some crunchy socks there. Like,
but I've had girls keep their socks on and I didn't care either.
If my socks on, 9 times out of 10, my toes not painted.
Yeah, I've had like, but then again, it's been.
But I'm not really coming over if my feet aren't done. Because if I'm coming over, I'm not saying 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna spend the night, because I am one of those. I'm gonna go home, because you're not gonna get the opportunity to say, so what you about to do? You'll never get it.
So I gotta get up early in the morning.
Right. You'll never get to stretch and be like, so what you about to do? I'm already halfway out the door by that. But I will say, looking down and like, no, I mean, that's just me. I'm not really going to go anywhere if my feet are done. I'm sorry. Because if I'm spending the night, I'm taking my socks off because I don't like sleeping in socks. So, but
thigh-high socks. So I got these thigh-high socks, and it's like so warm, and they're so soft and comfy. But like I'm
yeah,
always
they're cute for the moment, but nah, when it's time to lay down, like to really lay down and go to sleep, oh no, they coming off.
Let me tell you this. You know what I'm here for?
Exactly. There you go, Shanika. That's
Pretty much.
exactly.
So the socks for y'all are off. Cool.
Socks are on or off. It depends.
Like I said, depend on the socks. Like I said, I got some thigh-high socks. So like I'll do like with thigh-high socks, I can go ahead and rock those. Now, yeah, anything else if I ain't really that comfortable and I just came here on a mission, then yeah, I ain't about to sit here and be taking all this stuff off because I'm about to put it back on. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might have Tommy Pickles on my socks right now, but don't worry about the Rugrats socks, okay? Keep it moving.
That's a
job.
Taking my socks off, my wig off. I'm all in the little bag right next to us.
Yeah,
Sometimes guys don't like their feet, like your feet on them. They're not a feet sleeper, if that makes
Then he
sense.
don't want no.
My feet be cold as shit.
Man, my feet cold right now, but that's
we don't
what
care
He
about
don't
y'all
want to
socks
complete
though.
the assignment. Then he won't understand the assignment if he worried about feet. That's the last thing you need to be worried about. Is some
Hey,
feet.
listen.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't mind the feet rubbing feet on my legs or nothing, but don't put them shits near my hands or my face. It'll be a problem. Like
so you don't give foot massages?
I just said what I said. I said what I said.
And that's on that. What he said, don't put them near my hands.
Listen, I've always, since a little kid, been
So
disgusted
you'll play footsie with the woman, but you're not rubbing no feet.
because that's our feet are touching. So
Let me rub your feet with my feet.
Yeah, man, like let me not lie. I've rubbed feet before. I've done that. But it was in a situation where I just felt really bad for the person because they had a long day. So, so I just did something nice. It was something out of the norm.
That's actually very kind since you don't like feet.
Yeah, I've made compromises in my lifetime. I'm not
very considerate of you.
keep doing them. Like that's done. That's like y'all was talking about before, like a done deal. Like if a dude got kids or something like that, yeah, you want me to rub your feet, then
No, we wasn't saying if he had kids. We were saying if he was
Nah, that was one of my joints, like back in
that
the day.
see?
I wasn't dating a nigga with kids. Nah.
that. Okay, yes, that.
That's it. I meant what I meant was like y'all have qualifications or requirements or something like that. Yeah, one of my checklist joint is don't be trying to play with me with the feet. Like leave me alone.
But you would hate me. I'm gonna say that you would hate me.
Hey, I'm gonna troll you every time you go to sleep and put my toe right by your face and take a picture.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
see? And then the police will be called. Call police. I already told you I'm not touching no female. I am who I am. And there won't be no headline of this person. Nope, I'm not even gonna get no Jonathan Majors. I'm not even gonna get that chance. Calling the police. The officer come, sir, what did she do? She put her feet on me. Says, yes, that's assault. Lock her ass up. I want to press charges, officer. Make you think about putting your feet on somebody when you got a car on your helmet, bail your ass out. Should have put your feet on me.
I'd do it again.
Yeah, I would say you would hate me because don't let you be asleep and you knocked out in a compromising position. Because I've done it before.
I don't mess with people when they sleep, man. That's not a good thing.
No, it was funny. He was asleep. Got out the shower.
Shot, man. That's how people get shot.
You're right. I should have got shot because I definitely got out the shower and I put my toe right on his lip and I wiggled my toe.
Dude, that you had the toe on the lip. Stewart. He said your name. She said your name and everything. Yes, she did. She said it was David or something like that. Paul, John, Kenneth, Keith, Patrick, Lamonte, Devin.
I did, and it was funny. It was funny.
Kendall, Kendrick.
It was very funny because he was sleep, and I took a picture. I did.
We see why that one didn't last. That's
I
what.
do. Are you like? Are you used to doing stuff like that? Like with?
Yeah, she like getting hit with microwaves before she. That's what
I
turned.
can see if he like likes to lick feet or something.
Didn't you hear the one episode where Di told her the violence and violence and kept saying violence, talking about Shantae? You gotta hit her with a microphone plate. You gotta pull the microphone plate out. They gotta have the popcorn stains on it and all that. Almost out her head, but it can't break.
Oh God,
That's her love language. Just y'all asked me the love language last week. Punching her in the chest is a love language.
No, it is not.
What up, homie? Boom. Trying to fuck.
Not even. Oh God. Here you go. Now no, we're not doing this today. We're not.
Stone Cold Stunner. You Stone Cold Stunner, Bama. Yeah. Hey, Marshall, close out from hell. Boom. Yeah, now take me down. Like what? How do we get here every week? I don't know how we get. You know what? Tell you, I'm gonna leave you alone. Leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. Any more questions for me? We can wrap this up.
Oh God. No, I got one more.
Oh my God.
So would you rather have the best sex of your life?
What the hell? Why is everything always about sex?
Listen, we are sexual creatures, okay? Embrace it.
Y'all told me spin the block. I've spanned the block 18 times. That shit ain't worked yet. So I'm not listening to nothing y'all got to say sexual.
Man, have patience.
Would you rather segment?
Huh?
And you agreed.
Y'all told me spin it. I spin that.
Last week we told you spin it. If
My
it ain't working,
three-wheel motion.
Maybe you need to ask us for what verbiage you should use.
I use all different type of verbs. I use Google. I use Google. I said how to spin the block, and Google told me. So I use what Google told me. Because you know can find anything.
Put it in a different search engine. That's not the right one.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in Bing.
Yeah, Bing got better results.
There we go. Hold on. While we waiting for Shantae to ask me the question.
I asked you.
I said, don't spin the block now. I'm saying it's 11:18. Don't spin the block right now. This is definitely get you blocked.
How to spin block? Oh shit, baby hot.
You know what? I'm over it. I'm over it.
What? Lil Durk? That's what came up. Lil Durk. I'm about to listen to this song. No, I'm gonna spin the block.
Yep, that's what it says. Everything says, listen to that blonde-haired, light-eyed man. Yes.
Hey, he wears a purse.
What was your question?
He wears a purse. He might be doing something right.
Tay, you got your question for him, so we can wrap this up.
I'm just waiting because it was. Would you rather have the best sex of your life once or mediocre sex every day?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sex in my life one time ever?
Yep, one time.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have every day. I'm cool. I'm good. That's a good question. Yeah. What about you? Would you rather get hit with a microwave every day or one time? Or would you rather get smacked in the face with a shovel one good time?
You know what? Go with mediocre because you can always train a person up.
And it's less bumps on your head. I'm done.
You know what? That's it, and that's all what we got for y'all folks. Because he acting real unusual tonight. Well, that was interesting. You know, somehow the tables have turned on me, but you know, it is what it is.
It's with a microwave.
Right. Like the audacity is that it must be on sale again. Because it was on sale about a few weeks ago, but now I think it's on clearance.
It might be because he went from microwave to a shovel, and I'm really concerned. Like, what?
I mean,
have a
that could also translate to having a really good get my dye on session. Trying to see God.
And we did say we were trying to get closer this year. I don't know if he wanted to get
that. Nah, I'm trying to see. I don't want to stay with him, you know, but just like see a little light in the distance. Yeah. My dye on.
I mean, I think we probably all, you know, I won't speak, just like how he said he can't speak for all men. I can't speak for all women, but we've all been in that choke stroke of passion and, oh God, I might really die. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this feels really, oh, this feels too good.
Look,
Okay, wait a minute, Lord, I'm
the
slipping.
grip got to tighten
I'm
up a little,
slipping.
nigga, pulsing, can't breathe.
Okay.
Yeah. But like, and you're like,
Safe
no, you're
word.
like, no, please.
That's when you put the feet in the face.
You try. Well,
Yeah. It
yeah,
depends.
I'm gonna stop. Yeah.
It depends on the situation and the position.
That's what I was gonna say.
But you know, that's nor here or there.
Oh, I get what you're saying though. You try to slip the big toe. Like, if I put this in his nose or something, that he will sit here and realize that this is a call for help. Please. That one toe, like, please. But yeah, we're not trying to. Oh my God, yeah, I definitely gotta go. He almost fell off the couch.
Well,
man.
that being said, this is another great episode of Facts.
Yeah.
This week, make sure you guys tune into our Four Corner Brothers. If you are a wrestling fan, I know WrestleMania is coming up.
Yes,
And
they are live
I
tomorrow
know-
and Sunday.
Yeah, I
Hey.
know it was a two-part thing. I learned something new. I mean, I used to be a wrestling fan back in the day, but once all my wrestlers, I kind of stopped watching it. But yeah, WrestleMania this weekend. Make sure you tune in with our guys. Also tap in with the Man Cave. You know, they're always talking that good shit about the sports, keeping you up to date.
Always.
Make sure you like and subscribe to 613 Faye everywhere. Make sure you like us on Facebook. Once again, like I always say, it is free to support a friend. So make sure you tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Run them views up, please.
Hello, because I'm not going to
run
get
that.
you or a Friday.
Listen, I'm going into the private stash now.
Right. You see
Okay.
what we getting? You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes.
Each and every Friday.
On the
You can
show.
catch me and the girls. Me and all my girls.
This isn't just for us. This is for you all. We want you all to enjoy yourselves and be like, oh, that's nice. Where y'all get that from? Da-da-da-da-da. Yes. What type of candle do you have? Me? What type of candle do I have? What does it say? It says home on it. Never mind. You guys can't really see it because of the light. There we go.
Oh, I see it right there.
Sounds amazing. Yeah. Okay. We go ahead. We set the mood. We get dressed. We put on our perfume. And we go and we have an amazing time here just for you. So thank you for tuning in with us. Follow us. Subscribe. We love you all. Good night. Well, I'm sorry. Have a good day.